Hi, thanks for joining me again at Cooper Farm Co. Today I want to talk about why I think you should have a physical product to sell versus just a digital product or yourself. And I have a lot of experience with physical products. I've owned and operated my specialty food brand for just at 29 years now. And about 4 years ago, I started Cooper Farm Co., which is also a physical product. And here are the reasons I think it's important and how you can make money doing it. These are my opinions only, and I'm not an expert, but I am an expert at just doing what I do every day. All right, so let's go. So number one, a physical product creates real value. It's something that the customer can touch, use, taste, consume, and gift. So it's something that they can hold in their hands, smell it, like I said, taste it, look at that piece of art or jewelry, and decide if they want to fall in love with it. And they feel better about parting with their money when they're taking an actual product with them. And a good product solves a problem for the customer. All right, so I'm solving a problem in somebody's kitchen that wants a really good sauce or jam to go with their recipe. So I feel good about that. My lotion, solving a great problem for somebody that has dry skin, or a candle, solving a problem that makes somebody's room and space look great and smell great. So it's a product that you will create a repeat customer. Not every physical product will give you that repeat customer, say if you have a piece of art. However, that can create a community where their friends and family may see that piece of art and love it. And guess what? They could come to you and buy that piece of art. So it creates real value and it creates a repeat customer. Okay, number two, you can start small. You could start with one or two products and you can build on that product line if you want. And you can pace yourself financially by reinvesting the dollars as you sell them. So go, build your inventory, go to a craft show, sell out and reinvest it and make more. And that'll give you a way face to face at a craft show to understand what the customer loves or doesn't love about your product and how you can grow and get better, all better at your craft. And it's also great that you can do this as a side hustle. So if you have a family you're raising or a 9-to-5 job, you could do this on the evenings and on the weekends, and you could go at your own pace. And it's just a great income, and maybe someday you would end up doing this full time. I've met so many entrepreneurs that were doing it as a side hustle and then became so good at their craft and that people wanted to repeat buy that they were able to quit their job and do this for a full-time income. All right. So number three, a physical product creates a repeat customer. And that's really important. I know I just said that, but when I'm talking repeat, people are going to gift it. You could go out there and get wholesale accounts. Again, you could start very small on those wholesale accounts. Go to the town you live in, find the gift store that fits your product, and present it to them. Oftentimes, your local gift store wants to stock local products. It makes them unique. It tells the story, and they could put up a sign that says local, and people want to support local. I live in a smaller town, and I have 3 accounts fairly close to each other, but they're all different type of accounts. And people absolutely love to know that I live in the town that they're buying the product. Okay, so number 4, it's much easier to raise prices with a craftsmanship product. So the craftsman that made that product is standing right there talking to the customer. the ingredients are better, it's not made in a mass market factory, the packaging is better, and the story is so important. I'm going to stress this again. We can all walk into a mass market store and buy cheap goods that are made overseas by people in factories, oftentimes shouldn't be in factories because they might be too old, too young. I know it's providing jobs for these people. However, let's buy from our local makers and support our local people. And people love to hear that story. Get on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube and tell your story. People want to buy it from you, okay? Okay, so number 5, your wholesale leverage is amazing. I can tell you from experience, the majority of my business comes from my wholesale accounts on both brands. But I do love direct to consumer because your profit margin is much, much better. But you might be shipping a $50 order versus a $500 order. So just work in your gross profit margin, knowing that if you have a product that sells for $50 at a craft show, you're going to be selling it for $25 to a local market at wholesale. However, they can move more product while you're not there, all right? So they're selling your product while you may be running your kids around or working your 9 to 5, and it's a great way to grow your business slowly. If you go out and you get your wholesale accounts, just make sure you can provide them when they do the reorder, but wholesale is your leverage with a physical product. Okay, so number 6. Physical product gives you real assets. So you're building your name, you're building your label with your image of however you've labeled that product. You're building inventory and assets. So if you have a digital product and you're selling that, that is going to be updated by a lot of people out there that might just be using AI to make their digital product. When you have a physical product that came from your creative heart, nobody else is doing that. That's uniquely you. And so the asset that you're building by just being you and creating such a beautiful, beautiful product is worth a lot of money. Don't discount what you do. Give it a try because there's a lot of people that want to buy what you create with your own hands. Number 7, the creative part, which I just touched on, but you're using your own hands to create this product. And again, that's a story that can't be duplicated by another person. I have a little story. My mom is 85 and she lives on Social Security, so she needs income on the side. And she's extremely talented. And so she makes these gorgeous brooches out of costume jewelry that she picks up at yard sales and different places. And each one tells a story and she gives it a name. And she builds a whole story around this beautiful pen that you can wear. And it's definitely geared towards a little bit of an older crowd, but hey, my mom is older and so that's her customer. She sells her pens for $200, $300, $400, $500 each. And she just finished a craft show in Lodi, California, and she crushed it. People love it because what they're buying is a brooch that cannot be purchased anywhere else. It has a story. So my mom wears her brooches when she goes out, and she gets stopped all the time. And people say, oh my gosh, that's lovely. Where did you get it? Boom. She tells them she's the artist. She usually has her pens with her, or she does a follow-up appointment and they purchase their pen from her. So anybody can do this. I don't care if you're 20 or if you're 85. If you have the talent and the passion, go get it. Even if you make $1,000 extra a month, what can that do for you and your lifestyle? Okay, number 8. You know, this can stay a side hustle. You don't have to go big or go home. You can make as little or as much as you want. I prefer it to be my full-time job. I've been fully employed by myself as an entrepreneur for 30 years. I would never go back to working for someone else. I rely on myself. I will tell you, sometimes it's a little lonely, but I do have good people around me, and I have my my sister, who is also an entrepreneur. We lean on each other. If we have things to say, or a bad day, or a frustration, we lean on each other. And I highly recommend that you can find that person that won't judge you when you're having a day, but find the person that can support you and help you through your bad days. But you're going to have a lot of great days. I love what I do. I love making product for you, and I'm just tickled when somebody appreciates it. So go out there, start your business today, and don't have imposter syndrome, because again, you're not being an imposter. You are you, and your art is you, and no one can create what you create. All right, so I love you guys. I wish you all the success in the world, and I will be back here soon to talk more small business.